I'm Nicole.
Hi, I'm Christy.
And we're the Clarity Girls. We have been getting a ton of requests from clients, from the parties that we're doing, and from our workshops to do small short videos to help you guys understand what we do and what we believe in. So our first request was for understanding chakras, because people think these are the mystical energy centers. And nobody knows what the heck they're talking about. So we're going to break it down for you really quick, really easy, so you can understand how they're helpful and where you might be blocked.
Okay, so we have 7 main chakras. There's lots of chakras throughout the body, but 7 main ones, and really those are the important ones for you to understand. And so they're all based kind of right here through the body.
Right along your spine, like it's really aligned and nice.
Right.
We're going to make it easy.
So we'll start with the root chakra, which is associated with the color red.
And you'll notice, like, we're going to create a rainbow going up your body, so it's going to be pretty.
Beautiful.
So your root chakra is really about roots. It's about grounding to the earth. It's about balance and stability. You're going to notice your roots off if you're feeling really anxious. So if you're feeling really anxious, get your root chakra balanced. Take care of that. What are some other things that you might notice if it's off?
Well, I think we should acknowledge where that is, which is
point.
a little awkward, but...
So where is it, Christy?
So it's kind of, it's located kind of in that area. I guess you would call that your taint.
But that's
your
there.
root chakra. I mean,
It's at the base of your spine.
Yeah.
Like your taint, but at the base of your spine.
One or the other. That, you can call it your taint or your root chakra.
Yeah, whatever you want to.
So the root chakra is kind of connected with like just our basic survival needs. So when we're having issues with that, we want to make sure that we are really taking care of all those needs, so that we're, making sure that we're eating the right foods, that we're getting enough sleep, all of that stuff.
So the basic way to balance your root chakra is to take care of yourself, which sounds simple, but half of us don't do it.
No, we're terrible at it. Yeah.
So getting enough sleep, getting the right food and nutrition in your body, and even just walking on the earth, you can do that barefoot, or you can do that just walking, running, jogging, and normal. Be moving, be active.
Right. Have you ever noticed that when you're out walking, just how much differently you feel when you come back?
Yeah.
What a difference that makes, because it's balancing your root chakra.
And again, that will rid you of anxiety, sciatica issues. Some people associate that with weight problems, weight gain, underweight, whatever that might be.
Right. So the next one.
Is located right underneath your belly button. It's like that reproductive organ space. As sexy as that sounds.
Yes. So that's associated with the color orange, and that is your sacral chakra.
Sacral is primarily associated with sexuality. So if you're feeling like hypersexual or undersexual, you've probably got a little off balance with your sacral. Also responsible for creativity. Drive, motivation is kind of stored there.
Your basic emotional needs stored there.
So if you're feeling, again, balanced sexually, unbalanced sexually, if you're feeling emotionally explosive or unbalanced.
Like physical pain in that area. I know a lot of people have physical pain in that area.
Right.
Yeah, so that can be connected with that chakra.
Right. So how do we balance that? You can always balance almost anything through simple visualization, which I feel like I need to point out.
That's probably the easiest way for all of these, really.
Right.
Is visualizing that color that's associated with it pouring into that area.
You can also do different yoga poses. So the goddess pose is a great way to open that space up and get that flowing. And sex. Sex is a great way to balance your sacral, as long as you're having sex with safety. I don't know.
Yes. Be safe.
Be safe.
That causes a whole lot of issues outside of chakras. So.
So that's your sacral. Moving on up to your solar plexus. Your solar plexus is right above your belly button. This is associated with color yellow. And I feel like you've got a good grip on what the solar plexus is.
Yeah, because I feel like this is an area that I struggle the most with, so I have a better sense of that. So the solar plexus is connected with our self-esteem. It's that area that when somebody is struggling with really deeply rooted shame, that tends
Right.
to be housed there. So stuff like that is what the solar plexus is about. And also, like, if you have digestive issues or
Kidneys.
kidney issues,
Kidneys or solar
or
plexus.
even like back issues in the back area can be associated with that.
I always think of the solar plexus as like that cognition space, and I just think of it like as a powerful space. So when I'm creating affirmations, I always pretend I'm a powerhouse or have that power center, because I think most people struggle with that. You're going to notice if you're struggling with it, not only because you have kidney issues, shame, but also just self-esteem in general.
Right.
If you're trying to work on your self-esteem, you want to boost that with your solar plexus. So start there.
Right. And the solar plexus is associated with basically your get up and go.
Right.
So if that's not functioning properly, you're not going to have a whole lot of energy.
Right.
So actually one of the ways to sort of counter that is to get up and go, to do whatever you can to get yourself moving, to move along.
So any little thing that you can change in that moment to move forward is going to help you with your solar plexus, and just, I think, most things in general. But also just something as simple as doing crunches or laughing. Find a funny YouTube video. I always prefer old people falling. Judge me if you will. It's hilarious. It's always in slow motion.
Or what was that video we just watched? What was that thing?
Marcel the Shell, which Chrissy doesn't find funny, but I find hilarious. So power walking. Move through whatever space you want, but find something that makes you laugh.
Yes.
So I feel like we can move up to the heart chakra.
Heart chakra right here.
So that's coming with the color green. Some people also associate it with pink, so pick whatever color works for you. But if you want a pretty rainbow, it's got to be green.
Yeah.
And you'll find green crystals associated with that too. This is the space for giving and receiving love. So if you're feeling like you're having a hard time with one or the other, that's where you're blocked.
A lot of times we see as therapists outside of here too is people who are either blocking that and not allowing love, or we see people who are, really giving too much love. So that can be imbalanced in both of those ways.
So you might notice, a lot of like victimization stuff with the heart chakra being closed, so feeling sorry for yourself or being in that self-pity place.
Right.
So it's really important that you open that up. You can do even just like simple like arm circles that will get that like wide open. You can do deep breathing is a great way to just get energy flowing through that space.
And I think also just trying to like be empathetic to other people, trying to put yourself in their position.
Right. Or, even just, again, with the affirmation of if you can just say, I'm open to giving and receiving unconditional love, because that's what it's about. It's about kindness and about love. And I think if you're walking through your day with kindness and love, you're in the right space, as long as you have that intention and it's good.
Open yourself up to have a human connection. It's okay.
It's scary.
But it's okay.
It's cool. It's good. It's fine.
Yeah.
So that's your heart chakra. Again, you're gonna feel that most people, I would say, have some stuff with their heart chakra.
I would agree with that.
So take a good look at that of where that's true for you. And also, some people with their heart chakra, they're gonna have heart problems across the board. So if you're having a lot of like physical heart issues, check in with your energy centers and make sure they're aligned. That's, of course, not the only cause for heart problems, but
it can be connected.
Just clear it out.
So next one, the throat chakra. So that's going to be right here.
That's right in the center.
Right, and that's connected with the color blue.
And it's like this pretty sky blue, too. It's really a calming blue.
And that's all about communication,
Yeah.
right? That's, being able to speak your mind, use your voice to express yourself, but also to be able to listen.
And I think, too, like, this is the closest chakra connected to your ears. So it is about listening and talking. So making sure you're not unbalanced in one or the other kind of ways. But
don't we all know those people in our life that are either really good at talking or and horrible listeners, or the other way around. So.
And I think, too, this is about speaking your truth. So this isn't just about shelling out bullshit. This is about being honest about who you are, what you need, what you want, and checking in with those wants and needs. Because if you're not expressing yourself, nobody knows. And that's going to get blocked, and you're going to feel blocked, and you're going to feel unheard, because most of what we're trying to get at is feeling heard. So,
very important.
you might, if you are having issues with your throat chakra, other than that feeling of not being heard, you might have stiff or sore necks.
Mm-hmm. Or even a lot of sore throats. If you're somebody
Mm-hmm.
who has sore throats all the time, you might want to do some work
Check
around
that out.
your throat chakra. Yeah.
So to undo that, you want to either speak your mind, express yourself, or periods of silence even can help you get clear about what you need, what you want, if you've been suppressing that for a long time. So even something physical as neck rolls are a great way to like get that moving and get that space
so
loosened
just like
up.
the moving the neck around, yeah.
Yeah.
Or even like in communication or expressing yourself doesn't have to be about doing that via your voice, but you can also do that with writing or whatever. You know, there's all
about
forms of
expressing
communication.
yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
Universally. So the next spot is your third eye, which is in the center of your forehead, and this is the space for intuition. This is the space that psychics use.
Yeah.
This is
psychic development.
Yep.
Yeah.
This is about your internal guidance system and listening to your own divine wisdom. This is about bringing that forward and honoring it as it is, and knowing that you are, I guess, a child of the light.
So it's just about allowing that to come through and inviting that to come through and being open to that.
And trusting it when it does come through.
Right.
If you're blocked with this, you might get a lot of headaches. You might get a lot of nightmares. If you're having a lot of nightmares, check in with your third eye and make sure it's not blocked.
I think also for people who feel really lost, like just, I don't know what my life path is, I don't know if I'm on the right track, stuff like that, it's going to be associated with that.
So starting that process of looking within. I use stones for this. So that is my number one. We'll do a whole thing on stones, that's fine, but this amethyst will open that right up. That's going to pop that up. If your kids are having nightmares, check that out and go get an amethyst. I think.
Yeah, it's one of our favorites.
I'm partial.
Yeah.
So, of course,
powerful.
Working on psychic development, working on growing your intuition. Meditation's a great way to just clear that out, open that up. Some people will feel an actual, like, stretching or opening of their third eye. So, you know, be open to the options. I also feel like music or binaural beats are also a great way to balance any of these. So there are different sounds that are associated with opening that up. So take that for what it's worth.
So lastly, the crown chakra. And that's going to be, I always associate that with the color white.
I do too.
It's different for everybody.
Violet.
Yeah, but I like white. So.
This is about your direct connection with source energy, God, universal,
your spirituality, stuff like that.
Whatever it is for you, it's different across the board. But this is really about trusting in something bigger than yourself and being open to that.
And really like being able to achieve sort of that enlightenment.
And I think, the biggest thing that comes with this being closed off is depression, alienation, feeling like you're alone.
Feeling disconnected.
Yeah.
From not just people, but I think from
everything.
The
Humanity.
Universe, from a higher power, all of that, yeah.
Boredom, too, comes with that. So if you're feeling bored a lot, check in with your higher power, whatever that might be, or just open that chakra up and see what happens for you. Meditation, of course, and just awareness. And I think for me, a lot of learning and reminding. I was watching just videos earlier on just the power that we have, and so taking whatever that looks like for you and going for it.
Right. And I think prayer, too. I think for people who pray, and that's their way to connect with a higher power, that's a really great way to open that up.
So those are your 7 chakras from the bottom up, from your taint on up. And
sorry, I said taint.
So, quickly you can balance these by all those random ways that we talked about, a lot of physical stuff, but you can also balance through visualization. A very quick and simple way to do that is by envisioning a closed flower and then watching it open, or envisioning.
Yeah, I like to envision like little spinning balls of energy, like actual balls of energy, spinning in front of you.
And I also, when we do a group meditation for chakra balancing, it's about allowing a tiny glow of light and allowing each breath to kind of fill that light up and loosening all that stuck energy in the space, and letting that glow and grow and make you kind of in that good space. So visualization is really powerful.
Right.
So that's our first video, and I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was helpful. Let us know what you're interested in so we can make more videos that suit your needs and understanding. And thanks for watching.
Yeah, thank you.
Like us on Facebook if you haven't. Bye.